Hi, I wonder if it's connected. So, welcome everybody to today's live. I'm Amy, and this is my other account here, Amy Sikarskie, and then also at Spirit School Magic. So, let me post those here. Hi, welcome. Welcome to our Raise the Vibe live. Let me try and pin these. There we go. Awesome. How is everybody today? It's a Monday, and it feels like a Monday. My day's been crazy already. Just so much going on, like one thing after another. But I wanted to pop in. We just did a live over at Spirit School Magic, and I had told y'all that I'd come back at some point. So here I am to do a live with you guys here. So, so welcome. Oh, I'm getting text messages from my daughter. There we go. And so how is everybody? How was your weekend? Oh, okay, Irene. Yeah, so I'll answer some questions in a minute too. So I'm Amy. My background is in nursing and energy work, and I also do hypnosis, readings, channeling, and what else? Oh, energy therapy. I'm like, what else? And I run the page. So stay pretty busy. And we were just sharing some experiences over at Spirit School Magic. And we have a new class coming up in March called Learn to Channel. And it's if anybody's interested in doing readings, any form of channeling, which could be automatic writing to card readings, to just reading, to seeing energy, all of that. And so if you're interested, you can find the information through direct messaging me or the link in my bio or the link in the bio at Spirit School Magic. And I already had a question come through on it, so that's what reminded me of it. But if you guys have any questions today, I thought we could just visit and talk, and maybe in a few I'll do some readings. So, okay, let me scroll through and see what I'm behind on for questions. So welcome. Let's see. Hi, Terry. Hey, Celeste. Hi. Hello. Hey, Goddess Behavior. Hi, everybody. Welcome. One love. Yes. Oh. Okay, Irene, any messages for me about being able to channel? Yes, they said that you just need to develop it. So get some clarity around it and what aspect, what avenue is really one that you feel most comfortable with and that you're drawn towards doing. So any positive quote for us? I don't know. Like, I don't have quotes memorized from anybody else, but I could give you a quote. The one that I liked today was I shared it, I think, late last night or early this morning. And it was just about, like, when you wake up in the morning, take some time to set your intention for the day and not get on social media or start thinking about anything that's going to stress you out. Just take a few breaths for yourself in the morning and reset, or just line up your chakras, line up your energy. So hopefully that's a great quote. I don't know. It's all scattered everywhere, but it's a great practice and it really helps you for the day and everything to come. So I'm going to just scroll through, maybe do some readings in a moment. Thank you, Overcome. Thanks. Let's see. Chandra, I've been pulled to do a past life regression. Yeah, if you guys, like, if anything is drawing you, anything in life that you just keep thinking about or your heart is really pulling you towards, then that's, you have to listen to your heart, because it's your spirit, it's your soul. It could be your team, your guides, your angels, really encouraging you. And my past life regressions that I did really changed my world and totally helped to open me up to this work that I do, and it answered so many questions that I had. But I offer past life regression by Zoom or Skype. So if you're not local, then we can definitely work together. And so I'm seeing other reading questions. Let's see. Thanks, Sparkle a little more. Thanks. I'm happy you all are here. Hi, I'm new. How can I connect for a reading? So I'll be doing some questions today, and then if you guys want to book a private session, the link is in the bio at Raise the Vibe Tribe, or my website is amysikarskie.com. And at the post at the bottom, I spelled my name out. It's a little bit different. So let's see. I think I'm awakened and I'm all over the web looking for messages. Well, yeah, I remember that. So I would say try and also go within and meditate and get information that comes that way. But I did receive a lot of confirmation online and on social media that helped me. And when I first started with my process in awakening, there really wasn't social media. It was Facebook. It was forever ago, and it helped me. But I kind of like Instagram more now. So I just think that I'm able to find more like-minded people on here. Something about the way that Facebook's set up now doesn't work for me. But yeah, so hopefully you can make some friends or connections here in the chat, or if you go to pages like mine, ones that are inspiring and have, uplifting and spiritual messages, and then just kind of look on there who's liking and who's commenting, and you all can meet each other and provide support and share experiences, because I think that was one thing for me. It was like I was questioning my experience. Wait, did this really happen? Am I the only one that's getting this message? Like, is this a real thing? And so by being able to see other people's experiences, somebody completely across the world that I never met, and they're receiving the same information, or they're having a flashback of this this lifetime to, or this place, or this star family, so that's where I think that support comes in. So let's see. I'm already an empath. So many questions. I'll DM you. I get so many DMs. If you want to put them through here, probably better chance that I could get to it. So yeah, let's see. Thanks, Irene. Thanks. Let me go ahead. I need to, I'm just going to turn my other phone. It keeps vibrating. I'm getting a million text messages. I'm going to put it on airplane mode. Okay. Questions for archangels, spirit guides. Okay. I'm going to scroll to the bottom now. So I'm really, really far behind. So go ahead and put your questions in. And I love to answer or talk about things that help the collective. And then I also love to do personal readings. So it's kind of fun for me to get to interact and meet everybody in such a way. I also enjoy private one-on-one sessions because we get really deep into stuff on those sessions. So if you want to book one, you can. But go ahead and you're welcome, Nipper Lag Shop. You're welcome. They had a chakra bracelet. I think it's still up. Yeah, if you guys are interested, it's really. I thought it was a cute one. It was a little bit different than the other ones I've had on the page. So go ahead and put your questions up, and I'll just flow through some that I'm called to. If you can ask for a general reading, or if you have something specific, you can do that too. Vade and Kelly, how do we discover our gifts? So the way that I discovered mine was through that inspiration. I was called, I had a really strong interest in energy therapy, and I just wanted to learn more about it, and then I took a class, and in that class, that's when I discovered my gifts, that, oh my gosh, I can sense energy with my palm chakras, and then it was, wow, I can see energy, and oh my gosh, now there's a being standing here next to me showing me how to heal this chakra. So it just was started with a draw, my heart was drawing me in one direction. I followed that call, and then everything opened up. So if you're interested in anything in life, that's why I say learn a little bit about it, take a class about it, even if it's an introductory class, because that's okay. It will still allow you to step more and more on your timeline, on your path, to find the things that that you're here to discover, your gifts that you brought in with you that you want to activate and use. So okay, so there's so many questions. Let me scroll up a little bit. Let's see. Okay, this question for the collective. Let's answer that one for a moment. How does one protect themselves from channeling not so nice spirits? My sister channels them when she's had alcohol. This is the most perfect question for today. We were just talking about channeling on the live over at Spirit School Magic, because the class that I teach is called Learn to Channel, and it starts March 6th. So in that class, we talk about discerning who's coming through you. What happens when you say, okay, I'm going to go into meditation and connect in with a guide? You're setting your intentions, you're setting your boundaries. I always align with the Archangel first, and I set a force field up around me to protect my space. And if you guys are open to trance channeling or vocal channeling, I just shared one on YouTube yesterday. It's my guides coming through, and the questions were all about channeling and the safety and the safe practices of it, and what it really means to work with a light, high vibrational team of angels and letting messages come through. So part of that was setting your space. When we have alcohol or maybe some other substances, or this can even happen when we are dancing or having sex or anything where our energy is heightened, or alcohol does that, but artificially, our aura opens. And if we just open and kind of let go, and to the point where maybe we leave the body, something else can come in. And we've all seen that. And that's the thing, like, a lot of people might be concerned, which I understand. I am absolutely like discerning about channeling and what comes through. But some people get really afraid of it, and it's like, well, that's where you need to find your power, like your authority and your autonomy, your sovereignty over your own body and what you let come through. So if something's coming through, chances are she doesn't know that it's happening or how to protect herself, or doesn't care. Some people don't, because if they're so stressed out, they just want to leave for a minute. But it can become challenging if something that's coming through is not of the light or vibrational, like high vibrational. So that can happen for a lot of different people. And I think you guys have, like, people channel stuff all the time, and you know that when you see something and you're like, what, who is this, who am I talking to? That's not you. You know, when they get an attitude or they get really angry. So things can come in when there's heightened emotions. But so I think for protecting, you know, maybe she needs to figure out, well, they're showing me repairing the aura, any holes in the aura, and just setting boundaries with what she connects in with. So hopefully that helps. She doesn't remember. Okay, yeah, she doesn't even remember it, and she does fear it. Okay, then that's like the first thing would be to stop drinking. You know, get a handle on that and really regain authority over your body and your space, because this is ours. When I channel, I get a pick who comes through, and I'm there. I remember most of it. It's like a dream, but I'm there, and I'm connecting with high vibrational archangels and star guides. You know, it's not what you would call like an earthbound spirit, which you might call a ghost, or somebody that's not in a physical body, kind of just hanging around the astral realm. So if she's aware of it, then that would definitely be something, you know. If she's afraid of it, then I would say use that as a guideline to, okay, well, let's not drink or not drink so much. And for her, I keep seeing her aura needs some healing. There's some tears and holes in the auric field, which is our boundary and our protection. So like at the beginning I was talking about, when I channel, I push my aura out, I strengthen it, and then I make a connection with my team, and then our energy merges like this. And I've been talking to them all along, but instead of me translating the visions that I'm seeing, now you get to hear them say the message they want to say. And it's kind of fun because my voice changes, because it's not me, it's them, and they have an accent, which I haven't placed yet. So if anybody tunes into any of their messages on YouTube and you recognize the accent, please let me know. That would be great. Okay, let me answer any other questions. Let's see what are coming through. And okay, I'm going to scroll a little bit. So let's see. Who am I referencing? Somebody, I forget their handle at the top, asked about a friend who started channeling when she was drinking. That's what I was talking about. So, and that happens. And the one thing like to be concerned about, I guess, or just one thing that in my world, when I do release for people, is sometimes you'll get an attachment that they don't leave. And that's where it really creates another problem, or another set of problems, is if energy comes in and attaches to you and like starts living with you, basically. So you really need to know like how to release it and who you're working with. So man, we're getting into some deep stuff right now. I was not anticipating that. But okay, let's do some readings. Yeah, put your questions up. I'm kind of just scrolling through. Okay, so I am me 333. Any important messages for me? I'm confused about my relationship with someone. Yeah, so one moment. And if you guys haven't met me before, or if you don't know, I work with the archangels. So where am I getting my information? I work with Archangel Metatron, Ariel, Metatriel, Zadkiel, Michael, and then my team, which are star guides. So that's kind of like I rely on them. Like we have this partnership, and I've worked with them for a long time. So I've gone to people in the past and they had information, but I was always curious, well, who are you, like who's your team? Who do you work with? So that's who I'm tuning in with. I am me for this information. So any information about relationship. Okay, so what they're showing is that the chakra has cords that comes from it, so a cord, and the cords need to be cleaned up. There's been some miscommunication, and that's where the confusion's coming, because something was said or multiple times. You know, somebody was trying to express an emotion or an intention, and it got misconstrued. There were some triggers that took place, and both parties, you know, got hurt or were a little bit and so kind of just wondering about it. So it's all about getting clarity on intentions and the words that are spoken and what you mean by that. So that's what they're talking about there. So the message would be to clean up the relationship, and then you can decide from there if you want to continue forward or not. But right now everything is a little, I would say, like muddied or mixed up, confused, because the communication's just been off, basically, is what they're showing. And I'm even hearing lack of communication. So yeah. Okay, so I scrolled all the way to the bottom. So now throw your questions up. Let's see. Iconic Rose. Lately I've been excited and afraid to pursue my dreams. I keep thinking about my grandmother. Will she guide me as I follow my dreams? Well, I mean, she will if you want to connect in with her, if you really feel like that love and support. One thing about a loved one who crosses over, if they fully transition, meaning that they don't stay on the earth and become earthbound, but they go to the light, whatever frequency or wherever they want to, you know, we call it like heaven, let's just say that. If they go to heaven, then they have a higher elevation of a perspective. They can see, you know, the higher you get in the frequency bands, there is no time. So the higher you get up, you can see interdimensionally forward, backwards, sideways. So she would have a better view and vantage point for what's going on, and, you know, what would be like the best for your intentions. If you wanted to get information for your life path, then you probably would want to check in with your guides. So your spirit guides or your archangels, your higher self, because before we incarnate into earth, we get to find this team of friends, these guides, and we go over all of our mission or our life, like, well, why am I going in? Is it to do this and help somebody? What things am I working on myself? You know, like all of these things. And if you guys want a great book on this, well, there's a few. So Journey of the Souls and Destiny of the Souls, and then Many Lives, Many Masters. So just look up the authors Brian Weiss and Michael Newton. They have amazing case studies from past life and in life in between life regressions. And their work is like, it changed my life. It's phenomenal just to see things from another angle. So you have a team of spirits, and they're the ones that will pretty much know. Like, for example, if there was somebody and you really like them and you're wondering, should I date this person? Should I marry this person? Are we going to be like a couple? And your grandmother really likes this person, but your guides already know your life path, and they know that in 3 years you're going to meet somebody else because you're supposed to go on this trip for whatever it might be. So that's where it's like, okay, your grandmother will help to support your intentions and desires, but for your highest timeline, that's where you pop it up to your team in spirit who helped you plan things and that have been with you your whole life in the spirit form, if that makes sense. But yeah, she's around, so you can connect in if you want to connect in with her. And she's bringing you visions through, they're saying through dreams. You get a lot of messages through dreams. So yeah, so hopefully that helps. I don't know if you typed anything. I wasn't really looking at the screen. But yeah, and you're welcome for the book references. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so Soulseed Emanations, awesome name. Lately, I have been becoming aware of my fears and how much I carry. What is the next step for me? Okay, yeah, good question. This came up recently. I think it was yesterday. I don't know. So I will talk to my guides sometimes, or I'll see something and then I'll get a message about it. So this whole topic has already been coming up for me. And so when we have a fear, it's nice to understand what is it about and really feel into it and just analyze it a little bit. Why am I afraid of it? And also, is this a logical fear? Like, is it based in this reality? Could this come true? So sometimes it will be a fear that's based upon a past experience, and then our body has that vibration and we get nervous, like, oh, could this happen again? Along that same lines, it can be a fear that's in our DNA, so something that happened to family, something that maybe there's a propensity for the fear to be around based on a trauma in the family lineage and it's stored in the DNA. And then the other thing is it could be a fear coming from a past life that's trapped in the energetic codings. It's still kind of like you could say DNA, but it's more quantum in that it's from the spirit life to spirit life, so life to life. So finding and asking questions like, what is this about? And being able to feel it and understand it and then release it. So if it's already in your system, then it's affecting you in that way. So coming to terms with it so you can release it. But I like to work with Archangel Gabriel for healing with that, and Jeremiel, because Jeremiel helps with transitions and life reviews and moving from one space to the next, like graduating up and healing and looking at that and taking the experience and turning it into wisdom so you can leave the emotional trigger behind. So hopefully that helps. So I would say meditation, work with your guides, ask what it's about, calling the archangels, and typically they'll clear really quickly unless it's something that you have to understand to let it go. And then when that happens, it's a lot of times like past life or early life trauma, but they'll bring it forward right away usually. And if not, I would say go for like hypnosis with a hypnotherapist or a past life regressionist. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, and hopefully like all of these questions that there's more than one person that can relate to the answer. Maybe not the specific question, but the answer will help them. So, okay, let's see. Dolores, hi. Hey, can I get a reading done? I'm lost and confused right now. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing like, it's like I'm trying so hard and I'm putting all of my intentions or desires in and I keep feeling like there's a ceiling. So if you keep pushing forward and feeling like you're getting shut down or blocked, that there's a ceiling, your guides are saying like take a break, rest, you need to reset your energy. And how do I want to say this? You're going to actually go in a different direction. So it might be around the same topic or area or avenue, but something's going to come to you where it will steer you around that block. They're showing me two visions. Like they're showing me a beautiful angel coming in and then like this knight in shining armor, which is so funny. So it's just to me, because they're really comical sometimes they give me visions that I think are funny, but y'all might not, but I do. So it's like these angels or these knights in shining armor are going to come in and rescue you and save the day kind of, but what they're doing is they're showing you a new path around. So the number that I just keep seeing like over and over again is 3. It could be 3 days or 3 weeks or 3 months, something like that. Let me feel into it. It's going to be 3 days and then 3 weeks. So you're going to go through a cycle. So 3 days of, okay, like getting your mind around feeling okay to reset. And then it'll be another 3 weeks before some movement will really happen for you. So hopefully that helps. They're saying don't fight it. They're like, you know that whole quote, like don't force it, let it flow, that whole thing. Like if you're forcing it and it's not working, it's not working. So they're going to show you another way around. So hopefully that helps. Just take a minute and breathe, they're saying. Okay, so throw your questions up. Any specific questions would be great. I keep seeing 444. What does that mean? Traditionally, that means your guides and angels are with you, especially the angelic realm. They're showing me the wings. So angels, like what everybody would think of angels, or in Christianity, angels. Not particularly the archangels, but just angels. So that could be your guardian angel, right? So that's typically what it means. For you, it means that they're holding you, they're carrying you. Like I see you walking and then gonna trip and they're holding you up. so they're around you, and it's really comforting to see messages like that. I mean, I know for myself, when I'm having a day that's like, where did this day come from? Can we already be done? When I'm having a day like that, and then I start seeing numerology or symbols, it's so comforting for me, because I'm like, okay, they've got me. They understand. It's just like, we're in a little funk right now. It's going to be all right. And so that's what they're showing, is some support, letting you know that in the grand scheme of things, you're in your vibration, you're on your path. You're just bumping into some moving timelines. And moving timelines, what I call that, is like, when you come onto Earth, there's so much contrast. We might have our own vibrational space, our choice and desires, but then you go out into the world and you meet everybody else has their choice and their desires. And sometimes our desires are contrasting, and our timelines, is what I call them, is the path forward, bump into each other. And so then it kind of like throws us for a loop for a second, but you're on your path, they're saying, and you're supported. So hopefully that helps. Okay, light up. How do I find out what star system I am from? How important it is to know? That is my favorite question of the day. Good one. Yeah, I've gotten flashes and movements from both Pleiades and Sirius. Okay, so I found out about my star system because in the past life regression, I was using frequencies that I was using in this life in healing space that I didn't know. They didn't have a label, and my instructors were wondering, what is this girl doing? What vibration, what is she doing? It was working, and they didn't understand it. So it led me onto this mission to like start looking into a little bit more of my origins. And in that class, we would do trades with other students. And so when I was like the client on the table, I was having all these flashbacks of lives, past lives on Earth and off of Earth. So I went and did my regression, and that's where I found out where I'm from. And the reason it was so important was because it was it directly played into my purpose in this life. Now, does it for everybody? Yes and no. I mean, obviously, in some way, we are carrying our soul frequency with us from experience to experience, so life to life, and it makes up who we are, and that vibration emanates out, and like I was talking about, you'll have this reception back from people around you, so it's important. But I don't really feel like the name is super important unless it's something that helps you bridge a gap to your frequency that you're trying to connect in with. So names are like labels, they're vibrations. They're something that we say to bring our intention into this reality. Like that whole thing, like spelling, like words are a spell, but it's in a different way, you know? So the word around something helps to anchor it into our reality. So if you're feeling led that you really need a name, then it's because you're searching and longing for that place that's home, which we can find within ourselves, but understanding and having a realization like, oh, this is a real place and I really was there, is so incredibly comforting. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just so amazing. Like I have felt some of the strongest moments of love from my star guides than I've felt from anything else on Earth. So it's very reassuring, it's very comforting, it's very supportive. So if you want to know what star system you're from, two things. Did you say Pleiades? Okay, yeah, I felt Pleiades for sure. So a few things, you can be from multiple ones because our soul's eternal and we can have a life in this one and then in that one and all these experiences. Even if you're a hybrid, you can have cross-mixed DNA experiences. So that's like a whole other topic kind of. I don't know if we're going to go there, but they're saying yes. So you're hybrid. So you have in your system codings and information from the stars, from those spaces, those communities that are blended and merged with your physical body now. So that's really cool. So it's going to be quite a bit easier for you to actually have a direct link to the memories. But for you, they're showing go outside at night, close your eyes, and just like turn and see where your heart stops and then look straight ahead. And they even have little maps on your phone you can get out, and it will tell you what galaxy is in front of you, and that's how you're going to know. Your heart is literally the compass. You're going to know, okay, where am I at? Like, where's my home? Where's my connection? And they're calling it home just because we're talking about like the past experience, but they always like to remind us that our home is here. We're here for a reason, even if we're like visiting, enjoy it and know that there's a reason that you're here. So hopefully that helps you. I am so far behind on questions. Okay, there's your response. Okay, yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. All right, okay, let me scroll for another one. Let's see. Um, Crazy sleep paralysis. What is this? You're not fully in your body. You're waking up too soon, but I feel like it's happening because your guides are training you to know how to do bilocation, which is a technique where you can be in one place and then in the other for communication. And it actually helps you anchor stuff into this reality. So if I leave and I go talk to guides in another frequency, or whoever in other frequency, I can stay physically in my body and stretch to do that. Where some people just leave and then come back, but by staying in your body, you'll remember it a lot easier. When you wake up from a dream and you're like, I don't remember. I know something happened, but I don't remember. So being able to bilocate is what I'm calling it, and they call it in that way, where you're like in two places at once, and the visual that they give is like you're stretching. That's what they're teaching you how to do. So when you come back in, just breathe and relax, and don't try and like move and get up too soon. Just take a minute is what they're saying. So let's see. Oh, somebody else asked about sleep paralysis. I don't know if it was the same one, but I'm sure. So in group readings, there's this thing that happens called piggybacking, and it's where a message will come forward, but it's not for just that one person. So everybody's here in this like collective energy, and there's a reason that the frequencies like have brought us together, and we're vibrating in this alignment. And so then there'll be messages that are for more than just the specific question. So a lot of us can take from those. And there's another one, a sleep paralysis. Okay, wow. Am I going to cause an energy vortex? Hello, divine light form. Ooh, I'm so interested in why you're asking that. Why are you asking that? So the guides are saying we all create ripples in time, and if you become too, my words, like too emotional, but what they're showing me is a lot of energy that we can create. So let me ask, I don't know what you mean by the wording. Like, I don't know what you mean by the vortex, so let me ask them one moment. This is what they're saying. Like, I see energy cycling around, and you're gathering things and you're pulling it in and you're holding it. But the thing I'm feeling around is some kind of fear. So I don't know what kind of vortex or what purpose you're trying to do this. I'm feeling like, oh, I need all of this, and I'm holding it. Kind of like a hoarding thing. Like, oh, I'm not safe if I don't have it. So maybe you can expand on your question. They're basically saying that, yeah, you're creating movement of energy, and they want you to be conscious of it and intentional with it. So because what are you doing? And also, by the way, like, you're totally, I feel like a star being or something, because what I'm seeing you do is really advanced work. So they want you to start to maybe understand it, is what I would say. Because I don't quite understand it, so hopefully that makes sense. Lindsay Wilson, hey, is it possible to know exactly who your spirit guide is? My grandfather has been dead since I was little. I've had overwhelming emotions and dreams connected to him a lot. Yes, so sometimes our family members can be guides, especially in this case if they were with you on the other side before you came in. But they're saying that he's more like, we can label or call whatever we want. He's with you. He's protecting you. He's like really warm and comforting, providing guidance and being there for you. For me, I feel like it's more like he's here, like he's a friend, he's your grandfather. Your guides, actually, you have guides, a whole being of guides, like a group, a collection, council of guides. And I talked about this a little bit at the beginning. They are the ones who are helping you more on your life path. He's helping navigate and orchestrate to make sure that comes into fruition, to just ease it and be there for you so you can talk to him and he'll be able to hear you. Okay, so cool. All right. You're welcome, Angel. You're welcome. Okay. Brenda Kata. The best way to increase abundance, okay, and the fastest, and it's such an oxymoron or something, because the fastest way is just letting go and letting it flow, and the best way is to find your vibrational alignment, who you are, and like your path in life, because then the abundant nature will just flow to you because you're vibrating in your highest space. And especially if any of us have like a desire to utilize the currency that comes to us in the form of whatever type of abundance it is, to then fuel and fill ourselves and then give to others. And that ongoing frequency coming in, that vibration of knowing, like with every part of your being, that you are cared for, that all your needs will be met, that you're in the right space. And also they're talking about remembering that all of this is temporary. Like all of this is an illusion. It is a temporary experience in this matrix of life is what, I'm hearing. So everything, like I'm looking at all the things in my room here, it's like, so all of that can be gone in a moment. So they're talking about the heart and the matter of the frequency and what it's being used for. They're talking about basic needs and survival. And they're saying that, yes, for that, there's some energy around your root chakra and your sacral chakra where it's sputtering. So those chakras deal with feeling safe, secure, and when we can get those into alignment, then the energy is going to start flowing. So meditation to get your energy balanced will really help you coming into a heart space of gratitude and love and starting to feel like one with everything, and then things will just pop up for you and it will start to just be there for you. So it's pretty amazing, and I've experienced it myself, and so I don't know, like when it happens, I literally am thinking, this is so cool. This is amazing. So hopefully that helps you. Those are the messages that they have. Let's see. Trying to pick somebody who hasn't been read today. I see a lot of you asking questions that had a reading earlier. So let me see. I almost had one and then the whole screen moved on me. Okay, again, it just happened again. Okay. Casey, why do I feel like I'm missing something to make me happy? That's a common sensation, I feel like, especially when we're like going through the awakening process. We're realizing, okay, like I'm separated from source, or I'm separated from home, or I'm separated from something. I don't feel whole. And so they're saying meditation and also reaching to the higher, like to the heavens. So I'm looking for you. You would probably work really well with both the stars guides, like reaching to the stars, also the archangel realm and like the Godhead. So trying to find that connection to the divinity and that consciousness of love, that God consciousness, and filling yourself up with that and find that relationship inside will help to fill up that void. And then they're saying from there you're going to be able to make other connections around you. So what's missing is a memory. But it's not just like an intellectual knowing in memory. It's actually like the vibration of memory, like remembering your soul frequency, like that high vibration of love. And so that's what's happening there. And it's really a gift in a way to have that absence, because that's what propels us forward on our path to finding our truth and finding our soul identity, like who we are, where we come from, what's our origin. And for me, it's like you can put a label, but to me that cheapens it. For me, it's more the memories and the feeling and holding it in my heart. So it comes across that way for me. Anything for a recent heartbreak? Yeah, if y'all are having any heartbreaks, typically, it's definitely a misalignment with the chakra, but also there can be the cords that were severed and not released in a gentle way. So it's actually literally like a wound that's opened. So I like to put my hand on my heart and breathe, but also if you had rose quartz, place it on the heart, that would help. If you go into meditation, depending on how comfortable you feel with this, you can go into meditation and let your energy just come through and start healing. Call in some angels or God or Ascended Master. I like to work with Jesus for healing. Like he's, the top guy for that. So put my hand there and then let their energy come in and heal and stitch it up. I mean, they're literally showing me like a cartoon of a broken heart with stitches on it, so repairing it. And again, bringing the love back in. So anything that you feel like your heart needs to hear, any words or encouragement, say that to yourself, and that will help to heal that. If you guys do advanced energy work, you'll find like if you're already doing energy work, working with your guides, for me, my fingers will move really quickly, and that's where they're sewing it up with light. And I've had that happen to myself, and it fixed it. I swear, within 30 seconds. It was amazing. So there's ways to do it. And when we understand that there's actually a misalignment, as if our arm was broken in the physical body. There's actually something out of alignment in the energetic center or the cords or, our aura, whatever it might be, and then we fix it. It's kind of like, I don't know, like sometimes it's mind-blowing to me, and this is the world I live in. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that fixed it so quick. So try that, hand on your heart, or using rose quartz. I'm also seeing rose oil, rose water, rose, the color of rose. And if you want to call Mother Mary in, she's amazing at healing. So I just saw her with all the pink and the roses, so that might help too. Okay, let me see. Okay, JW, it's my mom's 3-year anniversary of her death. I'm not sure if I feel her around me, but I feel very heavy today. Any messages from her that she's trying to send? Okay, let me tune in for you. Well, I feel the energy. It's kind of like a somber, heavy day, and it's the imprint on the day. So it's the history of the day, and it was a sad time when she left. She's saying it's time to like lift that vibration, that she's in a good place. She's able to watch you all, and she's reminding about the cycles of life. She loves you. You'll always be connected. But she was saying that she was ready to go. I'm hearing something about suffering. So there was some kind of discomfort, at what level I'm not sure, but she just was ready, and it could be it could even be emotionally like drained in that way, mentally and emotionally. So it could be. Hi Celeste. Hey girl, I just saw you come on. Hello Divine Ethereal Energy. Celeste and I used to do lives together all the time. It's been a minute. We both got so busy the past few months. So let's see. How do I discern what energy is mine and what's not? And if you wouldn't mind, like, I answered that earlier, I think on Spirit School Magic on the live that took place an hour ago. So meditation helps, but I went a little bit more in depth for that. So probably won't answer that one right now. But you can reference back to it if you would like. It'll be up for probably 22 hours now. Let's see. Okay, well, yeah, if you, how can you tell if your grandma's one of your guides? This is like a really interesting theme. I wouldn't label them as guides, but that's just because of my like school of thought and things I've seen from the other side, but I would definitely say like your grandmother's with you, and you'll know if you feel her, if you think of her, if you can hear their voice and words in your head, if you can smell them, if you feel comforted or loved, and you can make a connection by just remembering them, and then you're sending out a signal that's that special like vibration, and it'll pull them closer. So that's how you can work with her there. And all right, I'm gonna scroll to the top. You guys can keep sending in your questions. Anything for the collective would be really cool. And then let me see, I've been on lives, not on this one, but pretty much for the past 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm probably going to be wrapping it up soon. I don't know how long I've been on here, but put your direct question through, or if you want me to talk about a topic. And also at Spirit School Magic, we have classes coming up. Learn to Channel March 6th, which is about making connections with your guides in spirit, archangels, star beings, ascended masters, your team in spirit, or your higher self, and pulling through information. And we go from like beginner to advanced, so it goes into trance channeling if that's something you're interested in or wanting to learn about. If you have any, I don't know, like thoughts about it, like maybe getting some of the myths or the misnomers cleared up would be great. And there's also a trance channeled message on YouTube that went up yesterday about channeling, which is kind of funny. And my guides just came through and talked about the process and the like how it works for us, and answered a lot of questions that they were interviewed on. So that's on Amy Sikarskie. You can click it. And then also here's the other page, Starseed Ascensions. And if you go there, it's in the link, because I'm going to update the Amy Sikarskie link here in a minute. But let me, and then there's my website. Okay, sending it on through. All right, and then I also offer private readings, past life regressions, and energy work by remote, so Skype or phone. Okay, so let's see. Are you asking what's a starseed? where did that go? Oh, hi. What is a starseed? So a starseed would be somebody that had many lifetimes off of Earth before coming here. So sometimes people feel like an advanced soul, but you also have old souls on Earth, you know, that have lived here for a long time. And you also have angels that are incarnating in, so earth angels. So starseeds are like if you have this really amazing connection with the stars, with advanced technology, if you have dreams of living in another planet off of Earth, if you feel like you've been contacted by star beings. So there's a lot of different aspects about being a starseed, but a lot of us are starting to remember. So we come in, for the most part, not really knowing that we're that much different. I mean, we probably realize within ourselves who we are, but we don't realize, you know, the relationship to the world around us. And then as we go through life, we start to realize that, yeah, I'm not really like, it's hard for me to have a conversation, or I'm not vibrating at the same space as some of my other friends. So then a lot of them will go through a period of time where they feel isolated until they remember who they are, and then they start finding other star seeds. But there's nothing, I mean, it's like, so it's really nice because to know that you're one, it helps you remember who you are and you can feel comforted and supported. But it's not like starseeds aren't better than anybody. You know, there's no hierarchy. There isn't anybody's better than anyone at all. But it's just like where we're from and our experience, and there's a lot of different star systems. So yeah, so there's that. And then let's see. Okay, so I'm going to look. My phone died as you were answering my question. Oh, I hope you catch the replay. That's the worst. Oh, yeah, I hope you catch the replay. So, I saw something. Okay, on YouTube, it's Amy Sikarskie. Starseed Ascensions is the other Instagram page, and when you click on it, there's the link to that specific YouTube video. And I have 2 more premieres coming up. And those questions were on, oh yeah, that'd be perfect. What are starseeds and their relationship to the Archangel realm? And those are coming up, one on Sunday and then the other one in 2 weeks. But let me see if I can, I don't know if I auto-populated my YouTube. Oh my gosh, I did. Okay, well it's the bit.ly, which is weird, but you could post that. You could put that in. That's like my hyperlink for when I put stories up. But it's YouTube.com/Amy Sikarskie. So yeah. All right. Oh yeah, which channel do you recommend to follow? I like Bashar. And I don't really follow many other channelers because I have this thing that started when I started channeling. So I wrote 2 books and they were all channeled. And around that same time, I just, like, my guides were guiding me, and I just knew in my heart I didn't want to watch a lot of or read a lot of other channeled pieces, because then I might feel like I was, you know, influenced from that, and I wanted it to be the like pure consciousness from my team. So I used to listen to years ago Lee Carroll, so Cry On, and that like helped me feel really comfortable with channeling. I also like Abraham Hicks, and I'm talking like 2011, so what is that, 8 years ago? And then in 2013, 14-ish probably is when I stopped really following other channelers. But Abraham Hicks I really liked. She does a different form of channeling. You notice she's walking around, her eyes are open, but it's their information, you know, it's Abraham coming through. Lee Carroll, when I've gone to his events, he sits in the chair and he closes his eyes like I do. And that's kind of cool. And he has a lot of stuff available online, which I haven't, like for free, and I haven't listened to it in years, but I thought his stuff was really cool and very interesting, you know. And then Bashar, I just found him not too long ago, and I really found him because I was researching. I got some information that came through, and I wanted to get clarity on it and see if anybody else had the same info on the 4D, 5D thing, and his channel popped up. And I have not been able to find that one since. But I like his because he is like more technical background too, and I loved how his team comes through and explains certain things. So, but those are the only ones that I've really like watched or followed. So, but they're great. And then I channel the Council of Light, and sometimes archangels come in. And so they are my star collective. They work closely with a Federation of Light, but it's not. They're different. And they're beings from different star systems that all come together. So, and they're there on YouTube. So, yeah. Okay, so let me see. How do I find my purpose? I think the easiest way to say that is to clear everything out of your life that isn't bringing you joy and focus on what really fills your heart and inspires you. What brings you inspiration and joy, and that would be your purpose. So, yeah. Hi, you're welcome. Hey, everyone. All right, I'm going to look for questions. Let's see. Love Abraham Hicks too. Yeah, they have good stuff. How would you figure out what you are? Light workers, we're all light workers. Like, if you're here to bring light and happiness, if you're on this call, you can call yourself a light worker. Like, I think it's a broad understanding of those who are bringing a shift and a change of healing and positivity. And then the rest I found out through meditation and past life regression. You can go to a reader, but I've done both, and frankly, no reader told me I was a starseed. I found that out on my own through flashbacks and through regression, and it was such a powerful experience that I don't think if some reader told me I was a starseed, I don't think I'd believe them. I would just be like, whatever, what is that? That's too weird and random, you know? This is like back then. Of course, I'm more on board with it now. But when I had my own experience, that it was like I couldn't make it up, and I was so emotional because I felt it so deeply, that's when you know the truth of it. You're like, okay, this is real. So I'd recommend meditation, regression work, energy work first to clear all your system out so you can get a clear connection. And that would be a good way to understand and remember what's going on. So I'm probably just going to take one more. I'm getting a little worn down and I have things to do today. So I'm working on a class on chakras, and then I'm going to expand that into advanced energy therapy courses. They'll be offered online, but I've got a lot of work to do. I'm making videos, like lots of videos for each chakra, and I'm in the middle right now of editing the sacral chakra. So I'm not too far. I'm just starting. But let me answer one more question. Let's see. When one becomes woke, okay, that one just like grabbed my. When one becomes woke, they not only see the light side of entities, but also the dark. Some would call them archons, etc. How did you overcome negative forces? Well, I don't align with them, so I know of them. I do what you guys could call exorcisms, if you want to call it that. I call it spirit release. I pull stuff off of people and out of people, but I work with the archangel realm, and they're the ones that are moving the energy. So you have to know that there is a light and a dark, and there's a contrasting vibration. And even on this reality here of Earth, there's many frequencies. And you know that when you go out or you have different friends or family and they have different thoughts about things, or they're vibrating in a different space. So it's all about what reality you want to create and experience here. So I stay in a higher frequency. I'm aware of these other realms, but I don't need to mess with them. Like, they don't need to be a part of my day. I help people in healings that have issues that might be tied into those. So the first thing is surrounding yourself by a beautiful team in spirit, and then raising your frequency and keeping that love in your heart. And literally, it's kind of just like science or physics, I guess. You're vibrating up here. It's like you can see things, but they can't really influence you. And the stronger that you stay working in the light, and the stronger that the more you strengthen your energy, so your chakras and your aura, then you just become, that much stronger in. If something were to come at you, it can't stick or stay around. And there becomes a point where when you're working in this field and you are vibrating at a high space, things won't come your way so much. So you won't see it as often, or the angels will bring somebody to you who really needs a release, and it'll be very easy to do that release, because those beings that are that heavy, you know how they say, like, misery loves company? Well, if they're so heavy and dense in their frequency, like emotionally, their vibration, dark if you want to call it, they don't want to be around the light. It's very uncomfortable, so they easily will release and clear out. So hopefully that helps and makes sense for everybody. Yeah. So keep your vibe high. Not to say we don't have emotions we need to work through, but temporary experiences and surrounding yourself with positivity. And for me, it was studying and reading a lot of books or watching YouTube and just like really understanding my origins. And meditation helps so much. So hopefully that the lives help you guys and that you like the page. So I'm glad you all are here on Raise the Vibe, and have a beautiful, beautiful day. So we will talk to you all next time. Oh, and on Friday, I'm going to do a live on Spirit School Magic. So we're going to introduce one of our students who's stepping out now to take readings. She graduated, learned to channel, and our mediumship course. So we're going to let her do some readings for everybody on Friday. All right, talk to y'all later. Okay, bye.